In the kingdom of Luminara, winter had arrived early. Snow blanketed the hills, and a strange stillness settled over the land. The once lively skies were quiet, and the usual sparkle of the northern lights had vanished. People whispered of an ancient prophecy forgotten by most. When the frost flower blooms out of season, the world will face a frozen reason. Princess Vivienne, wrapped in her shimmering pink royal ball gown and velvet-lined winter cape, stood at the balcony of her tower watching the snowfall. Her golden curls flowed behind her like sunlight trapped in ice. Zephyr, her loyal unicorn, approached with gentle steps. "The frost flower bloomed last night," he said, his voice laced with concern. Vivienne turned sharply. "Then the prophecy is real. We must find the Frost Warden." The Frost Warden was a legendary spirit said to guard the balance of seasons, hidden deep in the Silver Pine Mountains. Without hesitation, Vivienne mounted Zephyr, and together they galloped into the snow-laced forest. They traveled through whispering pines and icy streams, their breaths forming clouds in the air. Along the trail, they passed frostbitten fields where crops had withered too soon. Fear grew in Vivienne's heart, but she pressed on, guided by hope. As they made their way down an icy trail, a faint whimper reached Vivienne's ears. She turned and spotted a small child huddled beneath a frosty bush, her cheeks flushed red from the cold. Without hesitation, Vivienne knelt beside the girl, unfastening her velvet-lined winter cloak. "Here," she whispered gently, wrapping it around the trembling child. "This will keep you warm." The girl looked up with wide, grateful eyes. "Thank you, Princess." Zephyr stepped closer, lowering his head. Vivienne smiled. "You're safe now. We'll find your family." The snow shimmered gently around them, as though even the winter winds had paused to honor the act of kindness. Finally, they reached the mouth of a glacial cave. Inside, the air shimmered with ancient magic. The Frost Warden stood tall and regal, his skin pale blue like the heart of a glacier, an antlered crown of ice upon his head. "You have come, bearer of warmth," the Frost Warden said. His voice echoed like wind through icicles. Vivienne bowed. "The balance is broken. The frost flower bloomed before spring. We need your guidance." The Frost Warden studied her with eyes that had seen centuries. "The frost flower blooms in sorrow, not in error. It reveals truths long hidden. Come." He led them deeper into the cave to a pool of frozen water that shimmered like glass. In it, visions of the future danced. A kingdom trapped in eternal winter, children shivering, rivers frozen solid. Vivienne's voice trembled. "How can we stop this?" "With warmth," the Frost Warden answered. "Not of the sun, but of the heart. Only by spreading hope and kindness can the ice recede." Vivienne nodded. "Then I will begin today." She and Zephyr returned to Luminara, carrying the message of the Frost Warden. They organized warmth-gathering missions, brought cloaks and food to the villages, and helped families whose homes had grown cold. Word of the princess's kindness spread like fire through the snow. Slowly, the skies began to lighten, and the northern lights returned, dancing like joyful spirits. And one morning, in the meadow where the frost flower first bloomed, hundreds more blossomed. Not in mourning, but in celebration. Vivienne stood with Zephyr by her side, the same little girl now playing nearby, wrapped in the very cloak Vivienne had given. Zephyr nudged her gently. "The prophecy wasn't a warning, it was a test. And you passed." Vivienne smiled as the frost flowers shimmered around her. "Even in the coldest season," she said, "a single act of kindness can make spring bloom."